Welcome everyone to the Full Send Rejects, a podcast where we have a super, absolutely respectful debate, no cursing at each other whatsoever, about the philosophy of life. We're your host. I'm Kodak.
The other Kodak.
I'm not a Kodak.
And today we will be focusing on the debate between nature versus nurture and what we believe influences the youth more. We also have some pre-topic, a lot less than what we usually do. We only have really one pre-topic today before we get into our main subject, and that there is a serial killer among the Serengeti in Kenya that was just arrested. I thought that was neat. Collins Jumazy, a 33-year-old, confessed to killing 42 women.
Really, fuck.
Oh yeah, local police were kind of just recovering bodies, and he was like, "Yeah, I kind of did this." Look into it. He has the nickname as a Kenyan vampire, so I don't know what it has to do with anything. Probably
Yeah.
nothing good. What's interesting about this, though, is that there has been rumors that these missing people were actually killed by local authorities because protests and whatnot, and they don't like this. Turns out this guy was just killing. I believe it started with his wife, and he was like, "Huh, I like killing."
The fact that he just turned himself in after killing 42 women and the police didn't catch him is oddly alarming.
We're talking
It's the meaning of life.
Still, he's like, I'm bored. No one's catching on. I'm just going to turn myself in.
Yeah, hitchhikers.
Well, he first killed his wife in 2022, and the most recent killing was July 11th.
Holy crap, he did this all in a few years.
Yeah, 42 women. It's saying that the confession was not authentic and that he was, quote, mistreated by authorities. But these were younger women, mostly in the Gen Z population, which comes from the whole civil unrest thing from before, because they were, I guess, protesting against taxes and they just thought police were taking them out. Turns out it was this guy. Yeah.
Well, shit.
It's an ongoing case. Like I said, the last one was July 11th. This was, I think, last week when he was actually arrested. People are pissed in the area. I don't have the exact area in Kenya, but the bodies were all disposed of in a quarry. And that's according to their head of criminal investigations, Amin Mohammed. But he was described as a vampire and a psychopath.
Hmm.
And they found lots of things in his home, including lines into some of these victims, machetes, industrial rubber gloves, nylon that they found on, like, with the bodies.
So he's like deep in the game.
Oh, here you go. It was in Nairobi. Yeah. And he was very deep in there. Like, I guess the quarry was located in the slums, so probably why nobody caught on. But yeah,
He's like, you know what? COVID or Ebola is doing the trick. I'm just going to go out there and just bum some lives.
it's an ongoing situation. Kind of curious how it plays out.
42?
Yeah, 42 women in 2 years.
The meaning of life.
Fucking yeah.
Not
It's
the
a
circle, the
vibe.
meaning.
He was busy.
Yeah, I think that's 20 some women a year. Wait, 2022. Oh, it depends when 2022. Yeah, about 20 some women a year. That's one every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's like, I'll fit you in my schedule.
What a time to be alive.
Holy crap. That's insane. Well, good.
Good job, Kenyan police. You're not the bad guys.
Took a while.
They didn't even get him. He turned himself in.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Kenyan police have been doing good lately, okay? But yeah, he did turn himself in, but Kenya is doing a lot lately, okay? They're stepping their game up.
Fuck
They're
yeah,
taking
man.
on Haiti, okay? They are. Don't give me the look. Okay, they can't hear your looks.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you sound like I'm an idiot.
I'll turn up my looks, the volume on my eyeballs.
You guys are going off our coast. You probably know about this.
I'm just saying, like, we're too busy in Haiti to realize that there's some guy just killing women.
No, Kenya sent a bunch of their police to Haiti to take out the gangs.
Yeah, but I'm saying they've been too distracted that they're like, oh shit.
Well, Hakuna Matata.
Well, maybe if they had a better cultural background
Wow, going off their culture?
and a better raising
Wow.
of
I heard the
nurture.
same argument from some people that you don't wanna get, those opinions from. Jefferson Davis might agree with you.
God
Dean
damn it, this is
Leopold
why I have to take the politics out.
I'm just
life
saying,
finds a way.
I'm just trying to,
There's a certain German chancellor who, he agrees. But enough Stalin, let's get into it.
Oh my god.
So you wanna go nature versus nurture.
Oh, I just have to remind myself today that in every day that I agreed to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you.
Yep.
This was my choice.
You have to do legal paperwork to get rid of me.
Ew, that sounds
Exactly.
gross. Ugh. You know what? I think I'll keep you.
Yeah,
It's
you don't have a
just
fucking choice.
sounds like a headache. All right. I know we touched base on this before, but I haven't gotten over it. So the debate over nurture versus nature, it revolves around whether human behavior traits are primarily shaped by genetics or biological.
It's in biology genetics.
Oh, genetics and biological. Jesus Christ.
Great start.
You know what it is? I'm not drinking.
I look forward to hearing your points here.
Or by environment and upbringing,
It's
which is
okay.
nurture.
It's okay, Biden.
Damn
Shut
it,
up,
Kodak,
Putin.
don't do it. We're not getting canceled this far into the game.
Just wait till I pull up my eligible Trump card.
Oh no.
Well, did that one not land?
Oh.
Okay, that joke was a
Ugh.
shot.
Oh, please go on. I'm all ear.
Oh.
Stop harassing each other and let's go.
Ooh. Very
Oh.
nice. Very, very nice.
Thank
Someone's
you.
a comedian.
Oh.
It's the first joke I've made in like a week.
Oh god, that was so good. Anyways, this debate has been ongoing for decades and remains a central topic for psychology, sociology, biology, and other fields. I know we did touch base on this during one of our beer bait episodes, but I just feel like it needs more attention.
Like an unwanted child.
Don't
What?
Are
Kodak.
you already being triggered?
No.
Did you not get enough nurture?
Some would say I got too much nurturing. Just not the appropriate kind.
Stepladder, please, no.
I never knew my real ladder.
Goodness, I can already see how this is gonna go.
How'd you think
Most
it was gonna go?
I should have known
Every
better.
episode starts at a certain point and just goes downhill from there.
I should have known better. All right. Get my boots on because shit's gonna get big.
These boots were made for walking.
We're about to find out
Most
whose bed those boots have been under.
Oh, they're nature boots. I get it. Because hiking. Listen, I'm trying to nurture this episode, okay?
Let it
Again, they
naturally
can't hear
come,
your
Kodak.
I'm gonna leave him out in nature to sleep and fend for himself. Okay, take 3. Most experts agree.
Go.
Jesus Christ. They agree. What are you eating?
Are you eating during this episode?
Me? No, it's my water bottle.
Oh,
No, good on you for being hydrated. I'm sorry.
yeah. Tell your ice cubes to simmer down.
It's my steamy
That's how
pop.
you eat.
Okay. Most experts agree that both nature versus nurture. Don't say it, Kodak.
I am listening
I
politely.
feel it. I just feel it.
No, I was actually gonna let you finish your comment. You ruined yourself
Ah,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
They play
Way to interrupt
significant role.
yourself.
I wasn't going to drink this episode.
Yeah.
I won't. Okay. They play a significant role in shaping human behavior and traits. Factors can vary depending on the specific trait or behavior under consideration. How long did it take me to read that? Just
Let's see here. We are
3
at the 11-minute mark, so I think we're doing good. We're doing good.
We're going to start today off with nature. The concept of nature
It's natural. Start.
in parenting refers to the biological and genetic influences that the parents pass on to their children, such as mental illness, which can affect various aspects in development and behavior. Here are some key aspects on how nature manifests in parenting. I may warn you, you may feel triggered and you may feel attacked.
You know, I've had this debate several times, right? Like,
And
I have a science background.
I want you to know, good. So happy for you
Yeah.
in your science background. So you should be completely
Yeah, I've wrote a
not
paper on this
triggered.
before.
Oh, so the debate part should be fun. Ew, you actually had something in there.
Well, don't pick my nose.
All right, the first one, genetic inheritance. Parents pass on genes to their children, which can influence physical traits such as height, eye color, susceptibility to certain diseases. Genetic factors can also contribute personality traits, temperament, and cognitive abilities. Biological predisposition. Children may inherit certain predispositions and vulnerabilities from their parents, such as tendencies towards certain mental health conditions, allergies, or even preference for certain types of activities or learning styles. Poor Alina.
Yeah, she's gonna have issues.
The next one is parent-child resemblance. Children often bear physical resemblance to their parents, I would hope so, due to genetic inheritance, which can be influenced by how they perceived or treat by others, including their parents themselves. Explains why my mother abandoned me.
Hmm.
I didn't even like her.
Well,
Why did my dad beat me if I look so much like him?
maybe he didn't like himself in the mirror. We're gonna cover a lot of things today. You think this is nature versus nurture? We're going deep childhood psychology.
Break out that wine.
I may need to drink.
Come with me, and you'll see why you live in a world of trauma exuberation.
Next one is innate abilities. Certain talents or skills may have been have a genetic bias. Such
Bias?
basis. Sorry, Jesus Christ.
Well,
I'm retarded.
he had a lot of bases.
Basis.
Yeah.
I'm all about the bases.
I'm all about that base.
Such as musical abilities,
Ah,
athletic. You are an
my family's full of natural athletes.
natural athlete or mathematical aptitude. These abilities can manifest early in childhood and can be influenced by genetic factors inherited from parents. Hence, the reason why Alina is so good at throwing things.
Damn right she is. She's gonna be a
Natural
quarterback.
athlete.
She's the next Paul Scanes. Just you wait.
She's quite a dancer too.
She can throw overhand, underhand, right hand, left hand. She's gonna be amphibious.
She is. She has a mean hook too.
That she does.
She accidentally got her hand stuck in my hair and she just yanked it back and I just went flying. I was like, what was that for? And she just had a fistful of purple hair.
Go a little mess around.
Okay, what was the next one? Health and well-being. Genetic factors can impact the child's overall health and well-being, influencing their susceptibility to illness, metabolic traits, and responses to medication and treatments. While nature plays a significant role in parenting, it interacts with nurture in complex ways. Parents' behavior, caregiving practice, the home environment, cultural factors, they all contributed to shaping child's development alongside of genetic influences. Understanding these interactions can help parents provide an optimal support and nurture for a child's growth and well-being. Now to nurture. Nurture's my favorite. Nature is kind of like you get what you get, whether it's good or bad. Hey, congratulations, you got male pattern baldness, or hey, you have one eye. It's something you
His
can't help.
lifetime
I
of
I,
depression.
I can so help having one. I will run right into a fork. I will go no why. Come at me.
But
I will stare at the sun during a solar eclipse.
I mean, like, your height is going to be your height. It's already like it's pre-planned for you.
Not even get surgery.
Yeah, but who wants to pay money to get extra their kneecaps extended?
People do that.
Or smoke. Smoking stunts your growth.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take
Also,
a
you
curve.
equates growth.
Billy, you're a short king. Did you ever say, "Hey, I'm gonna bring a kid in this world, and he's gonna be 6'3"?
Absolutely not. My entire family's short. Because of nature. Oh.
Oh.
How much of your family smokes?
But we have a better chance of saying which ones don't.
We have nurture.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, because you can't help nature, but you could help nurture.
You can burn nature down.
Oh yeah. Me and Billy do a lot of nature burning.
Oy.
Hmm.
We nurture the nature.
Smokey the Bear will be oh, you mean another kind of smoking. That dare lie will be ashamed of you two.
Recreational
All right.
marijuana.
Nurture. Nurture in parenting refers to the environmental and social factors that influence a child's development, behavioral, personality beyond genetic inheritance. Here are some key aspects of nurturing in parenting. Parental care. La la la. La la la.
Alright, stop doing that right now.
Activate your trauma.
You keep saying trauma, like
It does. I was writing this up. I'm like, ooh, they did me wrong. Ooh, I I really got the shit end of the stick. But then I was like, ooh, I'm doing well as a parent. And there's pros and cons. The the quality of caregiving provides by parents, including warmth, responsiveness, emotional support, significantly impacts a child's emotional development and attachment security. Positive and nurturing parents practice promotes healthy emotional regulations and social skills.
Sorry.
You see? See?
Sorry.
It may not parenting styles. Different parenting styles can shape a child's behavior and socialization. Authoritative parenting characterizes a high warmth, reasonable control, tend to foster a positive outcome in children, whereas permissive styles may lead to a different development outcome.
Here we go again.
Do as I say, not as I do. Social environment. The broader social content in which children grow up, including family dynamics, peer relations, school environment, community influences, play a crucial role in shaping their social skills, values, and behavior. Have good friends, or no friends at all.
Whoop.
friends first. Friends are for nerds.
Well, and then there's educational opportunity. The level of education supports provided by parents, such as reading to children, involvement in their educational activities, access to learning resources, significantly impacts the cognitive development and academic achievement of the child. And last but not least for this one is cultural influence. Cultural values, tradition, or maybe not. Oh, never mind.
There's
Just
a few more
kidding.
there.
Just kidding.
Maybe not zoom in at 200.
Okay, I am blind, sir.
Oh, how's your two eyes compared to my one eye?
I have 4 eyes and none of them can see well.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm even at 150, dog.
I'm at 200.
I'm out standard 100.
No, I need to zoom in. Cultural influences, cultural values, traditions, social norms influence parental practices in children's socialization experience. Cultural content shaping beliefs about child rearing goals, discipline methods, and expectations for the child's behavior. I
So,
was I was expecting you to say something though.
would traditional Kenyan values be good or bad for like cultural
Child
influences
rearing.
on on child rearing? I'm just I'm looking for one woman's opinion here.
I can't speak for Kenya.
No. Oh, now you can't. Okay, before it was oh bad.
I'm just culture.
Billy, can Kenyan women be doctors?
Yes,
Wait, hey, you can't speak for Kenyans,
I can speak for women.
but not Kenyans.
I had a
I see.
Kenyan doctor.
Yeah.
You really have a Kenyan doctor?
I had one.
Oh,
Oh.
good for her. Wait, what do you mean had? What? Wait, you took one looking like
No, my insurance doesn't cover that place anymore.
Uh,
Hmm. Ah, not take up with them.
Yeah, talk to Highmark. No, who's racist, sexist.
all right.
Oh,
Next on that's not the last on the list is role modeling. Parents served as a primary role model for their children, influencing their attitudes, beliefs, and behavior through their own actions, communi- communication styles, and interpersonal relationships. Just
sorry,
Billy
couldn't help
laughing
but
in the
laugh on
background.
that one.
All right. Last but not least on this one is stress and adversity. All right. So I just, I can already hear Billy. Parental ability to manage stress, provide stability, and buffer children from adversity can impact challenging life circumstances on children's development and well being.
All right.
Under- Understanding the role of nurture and parenting underscores the importance of creating a supportive, responsive, and enriching environment that promotes children's optimal growth and development. By focusing on nurturing aspects of parenting, caregivers can foster a positive outcome for children across various domains and development. Now, for some interactive fun or trauma, maybe for Billy. I do have a few questions based on today's topics. And much like our Beer Bait 3 episode from back in March, go back and listen to our original comments from how we feel about nature versus nurture. I would like to pick your guys' brains on the matter as my, non-traumatized co-host.
Full disclosure, I forget what I said during that episode. So if my opinions change, deal with it.
Yeah, it's possible. I need to go get my
Yeah.
vape for this. Talk amongst yourselves.
So I'm going to go through and I am going to just pretty much ask questions and listen to what you guys might have the same answer, you guys might not. I mean, you guys were different people and had different upbringings.
As most people.
Well, some people have similar upbringings, I mean, we had
Like Kenyans.
Jesus Christ.
What?
We didn't have the same upbringing, but we had similar
No, you got the Floridian. You
experiences.
got the Floridian part of it. Yours had more sunshine
Oh, we definitely did. It was very, very dark.
and more iguanas.
Yes, lots of iguanas.
Especially when I
So
poop.
the first question is based on personality. Is your personality more similar to one of your parents than another?
I think we're all gonna agree, despite none of us knowing him, that my personality is more like my father's.
Multiple occasions, a lot of people say that you were just like your father.
Yeah, I've got that plenty of times.
And I'm so glad it's the other.
Keep your shut up and I might.
You better not. What about you, Bailey?
I am more like my dad. Antisocial bastard.
I would also have to say I am more like my dad without the beating my children aspect. My dad's always was known to be funny, sarcastic, and charismatic. Uh, he'd like to entertain, and he can throw down in the kitchen, and he can also throw down a bottle.
Oh,
So I would, I guess we're all 3 through 3 like our dads. Hashtag mommy issues. I had both. Next question. Siblings. Is your personality similar to your siblings?
I think the further you go down the list, more separate it gets. Like me and Brianna, very similar. We're just different. Like I eventually become extroverted, where she just always stays introverted. I mean, you know,
Yeah, we're buddies.
when she gets hammered, she can be out there.
But when she's comfortable with people,
Yeah,
she talks a lot when she's comfortable.
but like the further you go down to like Katie and Michael, and then Ethan and Belle, it's very different.
You fall off further down
Yeah,
the food chain.
like me and Brianna, we're very similar, and the rest is just yeah.
So, as far as your siblings, you would say you're the closest to personality wise to Brie,
Probably, yeah.
or would you say you're your own personality?
There's one I was close with it, Brianna, but I think I'm different enough.
Okay. What about you, Billy?
We all have different interests, but we're all very similar. Get us together, and it just lasts the entire time because we're all easy laughs.
They're the Boyles. Billy, you'll understand that joke eventually in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You guys are the Boyles. Just hi.
No, it's only
Um,
just me high usually.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sure one of the Boyle brothers gets high.
I wouldn't say my personality is like any of my siblings. I get along with my siblings, but I wouldn't say my personality is anything like any of theirs. Nicole is more narrow-minded. My younger sister is more antisocial, and Joey is just Joey. He just kind of does his own thing. I'm an asshole. I'm sarcastic. I don't, my personality doesn't touch anybody else's. So I can't say I'm similar to my siblings.
I think you're similar to Nicole.
Really?
In more ways than you realize, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Personality-wise. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
In some things.
Some things maybe.
Yeah.
She always calls me an asshole.
Well, yeah.
Maybe she's an asshole.
Well.
Ha! Okay, never mind.
Again, she thinks it's a debate between nurture and nature. We're exploring her mind.
Yeah.
Get the
Fucked my brain.
wine.
Genetics. Can you think of a human characteristic that's not influenced by genetics?
I mean, all things come down to our basic genetic code, so no.
I was the only
We've
one
had
with blue eyes, but it was traced back far enough.
it's just the more and more we learn about the human genome, the more we realize, wow, everything is connected to our DNA. There's nothing that can be not influenced by genetics. Genetics literally makes us up.
I agree. For example, you never actually having a relationship or knowing your father, and so many people say that you're so much like him, your personality, the way you act, and even the way you are silly and present yourself. What are you doing with your
I
nose?
don't know. Being silly. I'm
But
seeing
I'm
I'm
just
seeing if I
saying,
breathe better if my nostrils are at a higher angle.
but saying you can't alter that. You're not acting like somebody because you're raised with somebody. You are similar to somebody you've never even had a relationship with. So I don't think it can be not influenced by.
Well, it would have been very nice if they would have gave me some DNA that made me resistant to itching.
Stop. Don't do it.
I'm not. I found a perfect spot where I can poke between my tats where it helps.
Slap
Next
it.
question. DNA.
I took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% that
Itchy.
bitch. Yep. Itchy.
Do you think it will be possible to predict somebody's future by analyzing their DNA at birth?
Accurately? No.
Not that way.
No, there's too many external factors. No. You can kind of get an idea where they're going to point towards to, but
If you had a chance to, would you? Would you analyze someone's DNA to say, hey, this person might be a complete serial killer and has a psycho
I
gene.
don't want to know that.
Well, what if you could stop it?
But what if your actions end up creating the serial killer? Yeah. This has been thought out several times.
Like a reverse butterfly effect.
Yeah, life finds a way.
I'm just saying, if you can analyze something and you're like, ooh, something in the water ain't right.
Well, move.
All right. Next is intelligence. Are differences in intelligence primarily due to genetic factors, or are they shaped more significantly by education opportunities and social experiences?
I just read a book about this. So, of course, like we just said, you have your genetic factors that will start you, but you can do so much things to nurture that and to be able to elevate you to another level. Also, if you can be super fucking smart naturally, but if your home life is non-existent parents and your dinner is fucking Pringles, you might not be promoted to work on that intelligence so much. Whereas there's fucking kids who come from nothing, yet they apply themselves and they're fucking geniuses.
Do you agree or disagree with that statement, Billy?
No, I'm with Kodak on that one.
I
That
don't say
was
if you
like dead
disagree with
on.
if you disagree with me, Tupac agreed with me. So that's a source for one of those.
That's half the reason I kind of side with you, buddy.
Yeah. I come with receipts.
I absolutely agree.
There was actually an example in that book that I read. What was the name of the book? Hidden Potential. That's what it's called. But it's from a psychologist. And he was saying how there was like this poor school, Chicago, New York, like that had no resources whatsoever. And this guy just wanted to teach chess. And 2 years later, they were win the national chess competition as kids.
I mean, if you apply yourself into something and you
Yeah.
put that, you put the work in, you can do anything.
And it also helps, people identifying that you do have potential as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the pep talks help.
It does. Having somebody believe in you and a nice cheering section, regardless if it's one person or 100 people, all it takes is for one person to believe in you to make you feel that you are doing something. I never miss an opportunity to whether it's I say to Anthony all the time. I mean, or even the kids, just just say I'm proud of you.
It
It
helps.
doesn't have to be something
Yeah.
big, but it feels good.
I mean, you could also use Alina something in here where you took Alina, the same genetic markers, and put it as someone else, and they're not getting early help. Be a difference later on.
Yes, that's why we are doing what we're doing to get her that early intervention, to get her the help. She's extremely intelligent. She just is like, I'm just not ready to talk to you guys.
No, we'll babble and make nonsense and get mad if you don't understand.
Oh yeah. All right. Next one is behavioral traits. How much of our behaviors, such as aggression or empathy, can be attri- attributed to genetic predispositions versus learned behavior from our surroundings?
Honestly, all I know is I'm an Aries.
Oh boy.
Oh, the stars guide my behavior, and that is it. Konnichiwa. Yeah, I went a third route, astrology. I am now a white woman.
I love this man. I love this man. I love this.
Yeah,
He
just keep
is-
telling yourself.
I'm so proud of him.
Thank you.
He is amazing.
Damn right.
I
See,
have to
here's
get terms of endearment. You have to say them to make them feel special.
okay, what was the question now? Behavioral traits?
Behavioral traits, like, do you
I mean, it's a mix. You're gonna have some basic factors, you know, also because you can look at a fucking brain scan and see different elements that are larger in one brain that causes anger or confusion, which leads to anger. But you could also just think, "Oh, go to fucking therapy or smoke pot or do something, help brain it down." You also have learned behaviors. That's why they always say people who get abused end up abusing. People who get sexually assaulted usually end up sexually assaulting. The
Break the
statistics
cycle.
say that. Yeah. That's why it's so rare that where you hear someone say, "Oh, they broke the cycle." It's like, holy fuck! It's a Christmas miracle.
High five. We're
Woo!
doing it.
You're still on a cycle. Men 1, women 0. Sorry, I guess I get the sexism from my family.
Jesus.
I'm so
You haven't
silly.
come.
I will. Simmer down. I just sidetracked myself from what I was saying. I thought I was going on a good point there, and then I just fucking derailed myself.
We're breaking the cycle.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a little column A, a little bit of column B.
What about you, Billy?
Basically, what Kodak said, I did, because I watched my dad be in a lot of shitty relationships, and therefore I was in a bunch of shitty relationships. So I went to therapy, and it's cool now, and I'm married, and she's great.
Good job, Liz.
Yes.
Good job, Liz. Way to Liz. Way to be a Blue Jay.
For me, it's a lot of people say like monkey see, monkey do. You are a product of your own environment. You do what you know. So I'm gonna take one of these moments and say it to everybody here that I'm very proud of all of us because we took that norm that it was expected of us and we turned it into something special.
Yeah, podcast.
Well, a podcast, and we all, regardless of how we're getting through it, whether it is the gym, therapy, happy and healthy marriages, we are doing it. Outside of the crappy hands that we were dealt, we are doing it.
On a lighter note, well, not lighter note, but it's 8 years since I tried to kill myself, so that's neat, and kind of ties in, I suppose.
Hey, way to show the haters you made another year. Good job.
Happy 8-year undead anniversary.
Attempt day.
Happy 8-year attempt day.
Attempt day just sounds kind of.
That just sounds so
It
fucked up.
sounds fun.
It sounds like fucked up,
Happy
but like,
failure day.
see, that's like this negative connotation. Like, oh, I suck at doing this.
It's the only time you can congratulate someone for failing.
I
I'm glad
never-
you suck at killing yourself.
Nerd.
On to our next topic, mental health.
Hey, speak of the devil.
Son of a bitch.
What roles do genetics play in development of mental health disorders compared to environmental factors such as stress, trauma, and upbringing?
Billy, you want to take the lead on this one?
Well, I mean, it would have been nice if I was aware I was going to have a lifetime of depression. The anxiety that comes from dear old mom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I got past the shitty hand.
Yeah, I mean, they do find genetic markers that if there's a history, and if there was some I noticed too, like when I was 12, 13, 14, I wasn't answering questions like I am now. I go to the doctor. Does anxiety run in your family? Does depression run in your family? Do these things run in your family? It was something that changed over the past 10 years where doctors begin to ask this.
Yeah, it
because
started with the heart.
Was it the heart?
It started with the heart and then moved on to everything.
Son of a bitch. But like they find markers where if you have a generation 2 that PTSD, some of that deep-seated trauma seeps in and passes along. But then we said it plenty of times on this podcast, we all went through a lot of environmental factors that deal with this.
Yeah.
A lot. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But again, like the education or the behavior, the intelligence, just because you have these genetic markers doesn't mean that has to be your life. You can take those early things, interventions, go to therapy, talk to somebody. And as a society, as we're just becoming more aware of what mental illnesses are out there and identifying factors and just being okay to talk about it, especially in, not to sound rude or anything, but especially with like men, because before it was, oh, you have emotions? What a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it's okay to talk about. It's okay to say I love you. It's okay to hug. It's okay to just show
Cry and
expression.
That
vulnerability.
was
And it's
that
also
was therapy for me.
and it's also being okay more for women to speak up about something they went through and not just being put down or and told to shut up about it. So I think we're at some weird point where the genetic markers are like seeped in already, but now we're all realizing we can get better. And maybe over time it'll just kind of just leave us a little bit. I don't know.
It's a social acceptability. I mean, a few years ago, it wasn't okay. Like if you were in therapy, it was something that you had to, do in private. It's not something you discussed with somebody, or it wasn't something to be proud that you were making yourself better. People look down on like, oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you in therapy? It wasn't a healthy outlet. Now there's people who just go to therapy just to handle daily stress. There's such a different variety of reasons to go to therapy anymore. It's not such a traumatic thing, and it's okay anymore. And I think with technology, the internet, people had opened up a brand new window for things to be accepted, and for men to be vulnerable, for women to be considered strong, for you're not just, somebody who sits in the kitchen or raise children. It's okay for us to be strong, independent people, and it's okay for men to be vulnerable and accepted as somebody with feelings as well. And I think it's changed a lot. And I think the environmental factors with that over the last few years has allowed anything that you were given as a genetic factor, you can deal with it in a healthy outlet now. What about you, Billy? Billy needs wine.
You
Billy
start
does me
oh.
one.
It should have been a wine episode.
Yeah. The next one, I forgot Billy started us off.
Yeah.
Athletic ability. I'm just looking at you. I was waiting
What?
for a comment.
No, I'm good.
Are athletic parents and abilities to be more a result of genetic inheritance or training practice and access to sport opportunities?
I still sit on it's the both case. I mean, you can look at fucking sports families, the Mannings, Watts. Obviously, something's going on there. Well, they're passing some fucking genetics. When Paul Skeens and what's her name eventually has a kid, it's gonna be a fucking future superstar because they're both perennial athletes. Like you just see that, but also like mental health, education. You can practice yourself and hit a new level. I mean, look at all the athletes we have today. You know, every year we have the NFL Combine where college athletes are showing themselves off, and they're faster, they're stronger. Baseball, you have fucking Paul Skeens throwing 105-mile-per-hour pitches. 10 years ago, that was unheard of.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge being a fucking freak of nature.
Aaron Judge, like, if Aaron Judge was playing 10 years ago, he would be tested for steroids every fucking day.
Oh yeah. That
Who
is a
would?
mountain of
Yeah. You can even look at other sports out there. I mean, we have the Olympics coming up. I think it's this week they start, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
You always see some record being broken, something of that sort, because people just practice. It's not so much their practice more. We just learn so much more about the human body, how to really just stretch ourselves. And I mean, look at Tom Brady's whole fucking regiment. Someone 10 years ago, nobody was playing their fucking 40s in a major sport unless maybe they were pitching a baseball. That was
That
it.
was rare.
Yeah. Look at, even basketball stars, people like Steph Curry, who actually, this is a good example. He was a terrible athlete in high school. And I think it went to college a little bit. Terrible athlete. And then someone just showed him how to do something else. And and later ended up changing the entire game of basketball with his 3-point shooting. And that's just one example. There's another one where I read some guy, he's from Africa. He wanted to go into javelin, but he wasn't that great at it. and he kept losing to somebody else. And this other person he had athletes as parents. He had everything he could use at his disposal. But this other guy kept practicing. He was watching YouTube videos, looking at form, studying. He ended up beating his ass for a gold medal in the Olympics. I don't have a conclusion. It just my stance is mostly the same through all these. There's a lot of natural aspects, but you can use nurture to go past and what your boundaries should be.
I don't know. I feel like you don't need to have a genetic factor. There's people out there who just love a sport, pick it up, and just naturally good at it. I mean, like Tom Brady, his kids are going to have an advantage because his dad has the resources and the ability to get whatever training they need. Where there's a kid who lives in the streets of Detroit who just goes down to a court and just plays and plays and plays, or there's this kid in Iowa who's just throwing balls in a cornfield and he's pitching like he's throwing these 100 mile per hour fastballs because he can. I don't think they can have absolutely nothing and you get a full scholarship based on your arm from school because you applied yourself to something with nobody in your family ever having any kind of athletic bone in their body.
And then there's Bronny James. Fucking
Hmm.
terrible.
I just think nowadays there's a lot of athletes out there who can make new superstars.
Yeah, that's what happened with Steph Curry. He was terrible, and I have to look up what the exact story was. With someone helped him and pushed him, and he fucking changed the entire league.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes back to the intelligence thing before. Like you said that, you don't have to be born smart, but if you apply yourself to learning something, you can pick something up. You don't have to be born with a 150 IQ to learn how to push yourself on, how to cook, how to crochet, or how to put together a motorcycle, because you're interested in it. I mean, yeah, it helps, but sometimes I think the the nurture of the social, just putting yourself out there, just I guess it's mind over matter. What about you, Billy?
I mean, I could see how, like, a parent being into said sport would get the child interested in the sport. Like Kodak said, like the Watts, the Mannings, they obviously have the genes, but they do have the money to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it could be a mix of both. But then again, Bronny James does exist.
Yep.
Yeah, he is terrible so far in the summer league of the NBA. It's so bad.
I mean, Jackie Robinson, he didn't come from a long line of professional athletes.
To be fair, there is, and this sounds terrible, and I feel terrible saying this. There's a lot of theories that point towards that certain people were bred a certain way to be stronger. Again, I'm trying to be like as sensitive to this subject as I possibly could be,
I'm not
but
biting.
what?
I'm not biting.
It's good. This is one of the few times I'm not trying to be insultive. But, we'll just come out and say it.
They're
Back in the
better at
fucking
everything.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, Paul Skeens,
They play hockey now.
they played hockey before.
Oh no, there's a lot of them now, and they're good.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, like, well, more towards back, like, we're talking, like, Jackie Robinson days and even before then, where when they were slave owners used to forcibly make the biggest men.
They were built for it tough.
Trying to be serious for once in my goddamn life. They're trying to make them breed or have babies with the biggest women and then
Okay.
yeah. Like what we do with chickens today.
Oh, so it was a
And
genetic factor.
yeah, that's what I was trying to get. I was trying to find an appropriate way to say it. And I just ran out of words.
Kind of like the topic of our conversation, the
Yeah,
genetic
yeah.
factor. Instead
So,
of breeding like chickens,
well, that's where the theory was that when integration in sports becoming a thing, a lot of them who played were very good.
Oh, Well, that's fucked up to think about.
Yeah. We created our own downfall in sports.
We did. All right, next on the list, gender identity. Is gender identity more influenced by biological factors, such as hormones and genetics, or by socialization and cultural norms?
I think it's mostly just nature.
Yep, same.
I think you are who you are. You're born to be somebody, and it's in your bones from the moment you take that first breath.
I mean, lots of people are like, "Oh my god, there's so many more gay and trans now." It's like, no, it's just okay now to you.
It's okay now.
You're less likely to be punched in the face for like, I like unicorns as a fucking 18 or 16-year-old boy.
There was a
Just
study.
the impression wasn't great.
Yeah,
Hmm?
there was a study done about how many like back in the 80s and early 90s, does like the illusion of marriage is because the husband left the wife for another man, or vice versa, the woman left for another woman, but no one talked about it. It was they weren't right for each other, or they didn't see eye to eye. But so many times that it just was something you just didn't tell people, you didn't talk about. And now those people are in their 60s, and they're like, yeah, my first marriage is because my husband was gay and he was forced to marry me and have kids with me because that's what his parents told him he should do.
Well, yeah, 'cause you were
Which
worried
is
about hate crimes at the time too. They weren't
yeah,
I
great.
mean, still kind of people are still kind of worried about hate crimes.
yeah, people still
Yeah,
worry
we're
about
not
that.
doing great yet, but we're doing better than we were.
Yeah, there's better. There's improvement.
We're going in the step in the right direction. Educational achievement. What factors contribute more to academic success? The abilities and aptitudes, or the equality of education and family support status?
I mean, kind of already touched on this. I'm more in nurture.
I mean, I dropped out
I'm
of
more
high school. I don't know, man.
I I think, like I said, I think you can be absolutely born into a family and have zero of nothing going for you, and all it takes is for you to pick up a book and just start doing it yourself.
Yeah,
I mean, brains help.
that brain. A lot of studies show brains are very helpful in helping learn things.
Can stand you.
I believe Einstein actually came up with that theory.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. E equals MC square brain.
Okay. Well, if you're ready to go on to the next one, that was a short topic. We already touched it, kind of like a step ladder.
You got smooth criminal.
Yeah. The next one is criminal behavior. To what extent is criminal behavior influenced by genetic factors versus family environment and social influences?
I think this is also more nurture. Like, okay, so you do have your genetic factors. You're talking about you can look and see certain parts of the brain that are different, especially with serial killers. The more they examine their brains, the more they realize different things are just arranged a certain way.
Mhm.
But when you look as a crime as a whole, there's a reason a lot of criminals have come from broken families,
Mhm.
beaten as a kid. We touched on this before, beaten as a kid, sexually abused as a kid, stuff like that. And they couldn't break the cycle, or they grew up in a poor area, more likely to do robbing, more likely to do other things. They don't have these prospects, especially and on top of family environment and social influences as the fucking drug epidemic hit. That's another thing. It's that temptation to, and then once you have that, people are more likely to give up.
Yeah, there's also people who grow up in rich families and they do stupid shit and they get arrested because they think they're above things. It's again, but that goes also back to nurture. Depends on, your environment. If you feel either A, you feel like you have no choice, or B, you feel like you're above whatever choices you feel like you can. Nurture's my go-to.
Yeah, it's more nurture.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Good.
We are agreeing way too damn much.
Yeah, this
Because
isn't
we all
this isn't much of a debate.
well, let's argue. Health outcomes.
Our
Hold
hot
on.
dogs are
Are hot dogs a sandwich? God damn it. No. Health outcomes. Are health outcomes to disease more influenced by genetic prepositions or by lifestyle choices, access to health care, or environmental factors.
See, this is a lot more nature, but your nurture can influence it so much. Like a lot of things go through. Billy said before, heart disease, and you have diabetes. You have you can throw mental illnesses into this.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Asthma.
asthma, stuff like that. Now, if you have asthma and you're like, I'm not gonna take my inhaler, I'm just gonna smoke. Something bad's probably gonna happen. Like, huh, I have
That's a lifestyle
asthma.
choice.
Yeah, I have asthma. Maybe do my inhaler, exercise a little bit. Fucking Teddy Roosevelt was supposed to fucking breathe past the age of 8, and look at everything. He got shot in the chest and gave a speech for 2 hours. All right, back when not gonna say it. Never mind. Or I'm just
What about you?
that's a. Oh my god, I distracted by my joke that I was gonna say. Oh,
What about you, Billy? Are you going to
shot myself in the
agree?
foot there.
I mean, there are a lot of things that nature passes down, and then there's lifestyle choices like, I lit a cigarette when you asked the question.
Well, that's fair. I do think it's a little bit of column A, column B, but I'm going to have to say that it's more nurture than nature. I know that you come with your line of, well, this may or may not happen to me, but I was born with these off chances of something happening. But you also have the ability to say, hey, I know about this, so oh, heart disease runs in my family. Let me not eat this quarter pounder with cheese and extra bacon.
Double
Fucking
quarter
tell
in it.
me out, why don't you?
But that's what like for me it's more nurture than nature. It's just you know what you're going into. You get told about your ailments that run in the family and what to look out for. So you can have a full healthy life and with medication or with better life choices or just go to the fucking doctor. So many people, "Oh, I don't feel good. Something's wrong." Go to the fucking doctor.
Bitch about
Hey, I'm
forever to put it.
healthy according to him.
Well, some people will bitch about not feeling good and then
Be a man.
wait once a year when it's
Nurture.
for them to go.
It's not required me to go. I can say no.
You could,
Yeah.
but you go once a year instead of just going.
I've seen her more than once a year.
How long did you suffer with stomach issues before you got medication for your stomach issues?
The first time or the second time?
The whole time.
So we're talking about between the first time and second time?
Yeah,
Okay, let's see. You carry
a long
carry the
time.
3, divide by chicken. Oh my god. Well, let's see here. Well,
You just started taking care of your stomach in our almost 4 years of
I first
being
got
together.
diagnosed in 2018, so 18 to 24, 6 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Fucking dealt with it. People champion, be a man.
Sits on the toilet. I hate my life.
I don't say that. You always say that. I just sit there and I just enjoy my time.
Comes out of the looking defeated like he just
Oh, that's not that's accomplishment right there. That's
fist.
pride.
But no, I'm gonna have to say, yes, it's a little bit of, you know, you get what you get, but I'm gonna go more nurture on this one. Just because I wanna disagree, but I do believe that it is based on lifestyle choices. Like, asthma, I'm pretty sure if Billy says he has asthma, but he smokes cigarettes.
I don't have asthma though.
I know, but if you did, and
You're
you
lucky because I would bully the fuck out of you. Hey, I was called
Anthony
someone.
has asthma and he
I
goes
don't have asthma.
What's your inhaler for?
When I had panic attacks and my lungs stopped working because I had COVID. That's literally what it was for.
Asthma related.
I don't have
COVID.
asthma.
COVID, asthma,
That's 2 different things.
asthma symptoms.
Yeah, I was systematic with COVID things. That's not asthma.
Okay, you goes out, runs, and plays softball and becomes short of breath and then talks about feeling woozy.
Yeah, because I was drinking beer and liquor. That's not
Yeah, that
asthma.
was
It's an alcoholic problem.
Gets in the car. I shouldn't drink. I think I'm having a heat stroke. Gets out of the car, puts on a cowboy hat, and cracks open a beer and says, "Well, we're day drinking."
Yeah, I felt better afterwards. And I
Yeah,
played better. I took
we
a yeah.
Nurture.
You could argue nature for that as well.
Na-
Substance abuse runs through my family. There's a fucking wildfire in California, all right?
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, anything else to add to that?
no, I think we covered it.
All right.
Any other aspects of nature versus nurture? No?
No, or unless you have something to add.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You're reading the outro.
I know. I just wanted to make sure you didn't put it in it.
What?
Yes.
Why would I
Sarcastic.
do that?
Because that's what something you would
Just
do.
wait till you write something up next time. I want to hop in there without you even seeing it, and I'm gonna just fuck with some shit.
Like you have before. Would you put it there one time? Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
bro, what did I get you to read?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it wasn't good.
No, it was.
No.
I think it was the hard R. It was like Indonesian something. Oh, it was
it was something
bad.
bad. Yeah, it was
It
not.
was
I
bad.
didn't get the hard R. I didn't get the hard R. That I know.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And then he laughed so hard after that. He was crying.
Oh no, it wasn't a hard R because I wouldn't go that far.
Yes, you.
You
Yes,
totally
Rose.
would.
No, because that means I have to edit it.
You did. There was times you did that just for the sheer fun of it. Anyways, well, that will do it for us today. As always, we hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we would love if you shared us on your socials. Please reach out to us if you feel like there's a topic that you would like us to cover, whether it's spooky, educational, psychological, or just plain swirly. Until next time, full fucking send it.
Full send it.
Send it.
Feels weird going second.